6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe, assisted by Chatura, and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. Health guidelines issued to be followed after opening the country tomorrow. Sri Lanka and New Zealand discuss cooperation in several fields. The government plans to set up 5 rice mills in 5 districts. The Election Commission proposes to establish a new election tribunal. In foreign news, G20 leaders are to discuss Afghanistan next month. In sports, Beijing 2022. Non-vaccinated athletes must serve 21-day quarantine. The country is expected to return to normalcy after quarantine curfew is lifted at 4 a.m. tomorrow. However, travel restrictions are in place between provinces except for essential services. Minister Janaka Bandara Thennakoon said that steps have been taken to reactivate the public service from tomorrow. He said that priority will be given to essential public services. A set of guidelines was issued today to be implemented after opening the country. Public transport services will not be operated between provinces. However, passenger transport is permitted within a province. Buses can carry passengers only according to the number of seats. Weddings will be limited only for registrations. Only 5 could attend the function. Permission will not be given for parties, public meetings, and musical shows. Restaurants have not been given permission to open. Only 10 persons can attend a funeral. Only 5 individuals can attend gymnasiums. The Health Ministry said these measures will be further relaxed if the spread of the coronavirus is reduced. Permission will not be given from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. for non-essential travel. The head of the organization can decide the number of employees to be called for service. The High Commissioner of New Zealand to Sri Lanka, Michael Appleton, paid a courtesy call on Foreign Minister Professor G.L. Peris at the Foreign Ministry yesterday. High Commissioner Appleton mentioned that New Zealand has partnered with Sri Lanka in several fields, especially in the dairy and agricultural sectors, and it is high time now for both countries to identify new areas of cooperation in a spirit of friendship. Professor Peris informed that the government is very keen on reviving the domestic dairy industry, given its wider impact on the farming community and consumers in the country, and sought to continue the partnership with the New Zealand side to this effect. Collaboration in several other spheres, including counter-terrorism, trade, investment, and tourism, was also discussed. New Zealand opened its resident diplomatic mission in Sri Lanka in August this year. Minister Mahinda Amaraveera says that middlemen are benefited by the gazettes issued to control the prices of paddy and rice. He pointed out there is no need for gazettes to control the price of rice and paddy. He said that the government has decided to establish 5 rice mills in 5 districts to control the increase of the price of rice. He said that a program to purchase paddy from the farmers will also be launched. Meanwhile, he said that the Sri Lanka Freedom Party will contest for all provincial councils if the election is held. The Consumer Affairs Authority has revoked the Gazette notification which specified the maximum retail prices on rice. A new Gazette Extraordinary was published by the Consumer Affairs Authority on Wednesday to rescind the previous communique. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The chairman of the Election Commission, Nimal Punchiheva, states that a new system should be set up for the registration of political parties. The chairman stated this as the Select Committee of Parliament to identify appropriate reforms of the election laws and the electoral system and to recommend the necessary amendments yesterday. He also said that at present there are problems in the party registration criteria. Mr. Nimal Punchiheva also suggested to the committee that political parties should be classified as nationally recognized political parties, registered parties and regional parties, and that a system should be established to register them. The Parliamentary Select Committee met under the chairmanship of the Leader of the House, Minister Dinesh Gunawardena, at the Parliament premises. The Elections Commission also suggested that at least 24 hours be given to resolve technical issues that may arise during the handing over of nominations. The Commission was of the view that the depositing of deposits, which was restricted to independent political parties, should be extended to recognized political parties as well. The distribution of official ballot papers is done only by the Postal Department, and the Commission pointed out the need to use alternative methods for this purpose. The chairman, Nimal Punchiheva, said the Elections Commission is of the view that a mixed proportional representation system is appropriate for the country. The Elections Commission was of the view that the right to early voting should be guaranteed and special polling stations should be set up for this purpose. Mr. Nimal Punchiheva emphasized that the Elections Commission should be given the power to prosecute election offences. He also stated that action should be taken to establish a new election tribunal. He said that the Commission is taking a firm stand on controlling election expenses. Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva stated at the committee that the preferential system should be abolished to control such expenditure. The Parliamentary Select Committee also discussed the expeditious holding of the provincial council elections. The Commander of the Navy, Vice Admiral Nishanta Ulugatana, unveiled the newly erected war monument at the 4th Fast Attack Flotilla headquarters in the Naval Dockyard, Trincomalee today. The 4th Fast Attack Flotilla played a pivotal role for the eradication of brutal terrorism from the motherland and to usher lasting peace for the nation. The incumbent commander of the Navy, Vice Admiral Nishanta Ulugatana, as one of the previous training commanders of the flotilla, has been instrumental in transforming the 4 FAF into a fight unit to make its presence felt in the northern and the eastern seas in the face of the LTTE Sea Tiger activities. 259 brave sons of the flotilla who laid down their lives for Mother Lanka whilst attached to the fast attack craft were fittingly bestowed recognition and immortality with this war monument built at the 4 FAF headquarters. Minister Mahindananda Aluskamage has instructed the Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture to prepare a mechanism to monitor all research in the agricultural field from one centre and to make the results available to the farmers soon. The minister pointed out, although various organisations conduct research related to agriculture, the farmers do not get the results properly. Therefore, he said that practical measures are not being taken accordingly. 80% of the vegetable seeds is imported. He said many seed varieties can be produced in the country. Minister Aluskamage said that all research should be conducted according to government policies and for current needs. For the first time in history, the Treasury has allocated 750 million rupees for the Ranaviru Seva Authority. 1,526 scholarships of 500 rupees monthly has been given to students from grades 6 to 11. 17,000 children of war heroes have been given scholarships under the program. A scholarship of 1,500 rupees monthly is given for 2 years for children who are studying for the advanced level. 410 scholarships have been given this year. That's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddha Lepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddha Lepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddha Lepa Vidya Mahatmya.
The Ministry of Health says another 631 coronavirus patients have recovered and have been discharged within the last 24 hours. This brings the total number of COVID-19 recoveries in the country to 457,488. Sri Lanka has so far reported 516,465 cases of the coronavirus, while 46,130 patients are currently under medical care at hospitals, treatment centres and at home-based care. The death toll due to the virus stands at 12,847.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watch Light. The Department of Motor Traffic will resume its services provided by the Narahenpita and Werahera offices with effect from tomorrow. The Motor Traffic Department noted that clients are required to make an appointment in advance via 0112 677 877 to receive required services. The public can contact 070 7677 877 for any inquiries regarding vehicle registration and 070 7677 977 for inquiries concerning driving licenses between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on weekdays. Once again, the Department of Motor Traffic will resume its services provided by the Narahenpita and Werahera officers with effect from tomorrow. The Motor Traffic Department noted that clients are required to make an appointment in advance via 0112 677 877 to receive required services. The public can contact 070 7677 877 for any inquiries regarding vehicle registration and 070 7677 977 for inquiries concerning driving licenses between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on weekdays.
World News.
In world news headlines, G20 leaders to discuss Afghanistan next month. A US general says Afghanistan collapse rooted in Trump-Taliban deal. A waterspout hits German port city of Kiel. Leaders of the group of 20 major economies are to discuss the situation in Afghanistan under Taliban rule in an extraordinary meeting on the 12th of October. Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi announced this at a news conference yesterday. Italy holds the rotating G20 presidency this year. The Taliban regained control of Afghanistan in August. G20 countries have agreed to urge the Islamist group to respect women's rights. Senior military officials in the United States have linked the collapse of the Afghan government and its security forces in August to former President Donald Trump's deal with the Taliban in 2020, promising a complete withdrawal of U.S. troops. General Frank McKenzie, the head of Central Command, told the House Armed Services Committee yesterday that once the U.S. troop presence was pushed below 2,500 as part of Washington's bid to complete a total withdrawal by the end of August, the unraveling of the U.S.-backed Afghan government accelerated. A rare waterspout caused by a tornado has struck the German port city of Kiel, throwing people from boats and damaging property. Several rowers out in the water were injured as winds of over 100 kilometers per hour lashed the northern coast, police said. 4 people were seriously hurt in Kiel's dockside area. The roofs of some buildings were torn off and trees were uprooted. Waterspouts occur when a tornado forms over oceans, rivers or lakes. And now the main points of the World News segment once again. G20 leaders are to discuss Afghanistan next month. A US general says Afghanistan collapse rooted in Trump-Taliban deal. A waterspout hits German port city of Kiel. That was world news. And now in development news, Sri Lanka's pioneering startup acceleration program Venture Engine has launched its 2021 edition, with applications now open until midnight on the 22nd of October. Venture Engine has returned for its 10th year with plans to help innovative startups. Even though the program will look at seed and growth stage startups, it will also cater to entrepreneurs opting to submit new, early stage business ideas with huge markets.
Sports news.
In Winter Olympic news, athletes at the 2022 Winter Olympics and Paralympics who are not fully vaccinated against the coronavirus will have to serve a 21-day quarantine upon arrival in Beijing. Participants at the Games who are fully vaccinated will enter a closed-loop management system when they arrive. Athletes who have justified medical exemption for the vaccine will have their cases considered. The Winter Olympics run next February, the Paralympics in March. Games organizers said that tickets will be sold exclusively to spectators residing in China's mainland who meet the coronavirus countermeasures. Vaccinated athletes will be allowed to move only between games-related venues for training, competitions and work. All those involved in the games within the closed-loop system will be tested daily. Meanwhile, an investigation has been opened into two Belarus coaches who allegedly tried to force an athlete to fly home from the Tokyo Olympics. Kristina Tsimenskaya said that she was taken to the airport in Tokyo against her will after criticizing her coaches. The International Olympic Committee and World Athletics have now opened a formal procedure into the matter.
A safe, easy and versatile app for all your banking needs. NSB Pay for monetary transactions, bill payments, reloads, credit card payments and Lanka QR transactions. A range of facilities with multiple account registrations. Access to your bank needs wherever you are. Download the NSB Pay app from the Play Store or the App Store for free now. For more information, call your nearest NSB branch or 0112 379 379. Conditions apply.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Some of Sri Lanka's popular brands and leading corporates have come on board to steer the 20th Confederation of Asian Pacific Accountants Conference and the 42nd National Conference of Chartered Accountants organized by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka. The mega accounting event, which will be held from the 6th to the 8th of October 2021 on the theme Heritage, Many Businesses, One Planet, will attract delegates from 30 countries.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
A safe, easy and versatile app for all your banking needs. NSB Pay for monetary transactions, bill payments, reloads, credit card payments and Lanka QR transactions. A range of facilities with multiple account registrations. Access to your bank needs wherever you are.
Economic news. Courtesy of
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The ambassador of Sri Lanka to Turkey, M.R. Hassan, invited the Bursa-based business community to explore a wide range of quality Sri Lankan products and to look for investment opportunities available in Sri Lanka. The ambassador had a constructive discussion with the acting chairman of the Board of Directors, Ismail Kus, and the assembly members and the Board of Directors of the Bursa Chamber of Commerce and Industry to enhance trade, investment and tourism between Bursa and Sri Lanka.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report.
The Met Department says showery conditions are expected to enhance over most parts of the island tomorrow and the day after tomorrow due to the low-level atmospheric disturbance in the vicinity of Sri Lanka. Showers or thundershowers will occur at times in most parts of the island. Heavy showers above 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in the northern, north central and the northwestern provinces. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places elsewhere. That was the weather report, and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. Health guidelines issued to be followed after opening the country tomorrow. Sri Lanka and New Zealand discuss cooperation in several fields. The government plans to set up 5 rice mills in 5 districts. The Election Commission proposes to establish a new election tribunal. In foreign news, G20 leaders are to discuss Afghanistan next month. In sports, Beijing 2022, non-vaccinated athletes must serve 21-day quarantine. That concludes this news broadcast. You're with Radio Sri Lanka.